Hey guys, welcome back to this short story. This is probably my best work. This is one of the things I'm most proud of that I've ever written. I did this for creative writing about a year ago. This was November, and I'm super proud of this one. This is another dystopian type thing, and yeah, so it's probably the best thing I've ever written. Not to brag, or at least a standalone short story, not part of a. There's some good episodes of my Loki and Ingrid series, but in terms of a standalone, this is probably one of the best things I've ever written. Trapped. It isn't the first time I've been trapped in a glass elevator at the Institute, but it's the first time I have to escape to save the world from certain destruction. The elevators are known to malfunction, as the General had warned us upon our arrival. We are test subjects for a new robotic army, or RA, as the General calls it, so powerful that no one dare oppose it. There are 8 of us in total. Brandon, who comes from a farming district. Shy Jade, who has been a miner of precious ores ever since she was 12. Grayson, the boy with the prosthetic arm, so perfect it can do all the work of a human arm without any manipulation. Harrow, the girl with the dark troubled eyes. Catalina, from the southern peninsula of diamonds. Anastasia, the lucky one. Jen, the beauty from the east. And myself, Taffy, gorgeous, fast, and agile according to my testing card. The RAs are the latest achievements in conventional warfare designed to defend our borders and protect the citizens. We are here to test the RAs, keep them all running smoothly, and test the most dangerous weapon of all. Annihilate. Annihilate was not designed for defense. It was designed by the President himself for attack. It was designed to kill, designed to destroy. Annihilate was designed for use only against the greatest danger, and it seems as if that time has come. Annihilate was designed to combat our greatest enemy, Celiogard, which has been building up a super nuclear arsenal for decades. Annihilate is more powerful than all of that, though. If used, it will destroy all of Celiogard, they say. I believe it will destroy the entire planet. The heat and radiation will be too intense for any life to survive. Katarina Gobreach, the lead scientist of our nation, has said so. If Annihilate is used, the planet will be destroyed. The radiation will not contain itself within Celiogard. It will spread across the globe. The President refuses to listen, and he ordered the General to bring us to the Institute to test Annihilate. We were told we were coming to keep the newest RAs running, but we are doing much more than that. The clock is ticking. We only have 27 minutes and 34 seconds until the test. Annihilate will be dropped on Celiogard in secret as they prepare for conventional warfare with RAs. We have the second greatest central intelligence in the world, and we have been able to keep Annihilate a secret from Celiogard this far, although their spies are working quickly. That is why the President has ordered Annihilate now. We have been fighting Celiogard for decades now, and we have been enemies off and on for centuries. No one knows where the animosity originated, but with a strained food supply, the stakes have never been higher. I come from a family of the downtrodden, the lowest class in society, the class without honor. We worked assembling parts to the giant machinery that is used to sort great amounts of food at a rapid pace. Our nation has always had a history of great class divisions, unlike Celiogard, which only has 2 groups of people, the workers and the elites. Here we have many classes based upon the job, the wages, the status, and even such trait things as the height of a person. If you are born into a class, you can buy yourself out of it if you acquire the proper sum. In Celiogard, there are no negotiations. All jobs are treated equally regardless of skill unless you're an elite. Elites work directly for Celiogard's top executives, or the chairman, and are picked directly by the members of the board of choosing elites. Being assigned to the Institute is a rare opportunity for a downtrodden, but who has not bought themselves out of their class. The Institute only picks the best minds. I was athletic and physical, but more than that, I could calculate. Calculation is the key to survival. I was naturally skilled at calculation, but the Institute equipped me with a microchip to speed up my brain processes. Jade is the other downtrodden who was selected. She came from a family of miners, but was hiding her talent from the government. It is rare that we are selected. Here, you can buy yourself into any class you can afford, and you can buy whatever goods you can afford, including food. If you cannot pay, you will not receive. And Celiogard citizens receive a week's supply of goods by drone on Mondays at 9 o'clock sharp, before they are sent to complete their tasks on the list. If you try to negotiate in Celiogard, you will be swiftly executed. 24 minutes and 18 seconds before the test. I am suspended in the air about 60 feet above the main level of the Institute. I can see some other workers walking stiffly in There are mechanical test suits, small dots below me. The entire elevator is glass. I'm supposed to be present for the test, or at least a minute before. After the speech by the general, we shall be swiftly evacuated and forced to wait in our bunkers until the radiation dissipates, if it ever will. During this time, Celiogard will be destroyed, all the citizens purged, the land wiped off the map for the rest of history, and we shall prosper without their constant threats to our democracy. This is what the general wants us to believe. I believe that it won't just be the citizens of Celiogard dying today. 19 minutes and 31 seconds. I reach into my case and pull out some scraps of metallurgy, the strongest substance on Earth. They are small shards, but they will have to do. I secure them in my pocket of my flexible bodysuit along with my tape and rope. 17 minutes and 58 seconds. I can feel the microchip on the inside of my mouth lighting up, so I quickly say the password, conglomerate, and begin to listen. Attention, this is the general speaking. You have been notified to be here 5 minutes in advance. You have been notified. Despacio, I whisper, disabling the chip. I can't waste any time. The terminal for Annihilate is down the main corridor and to the left. The only problem is that the tunnel is extremely narrow and will take too long to crawl through. I must go outside. 15 minutes and 8 seconds. I hear voices on the level above me, but I can't make out the words. All of the other selectees are probably down at the terminal, getting a pep talk from the general about how the nation and the world will thrive without Celiogard's constant oppression of its own people and of the world, about how they are evil and all deserve to die. Anastasia is only the lucky one because she has kept her secret. She hasn't told anyone that she is a defector. She told me that they aren't all like that they aren't all like the chairman or the elites, that the world isn't divided like that. 13 minutes and 2 seconds. I grab a piece of material and dig hard into the glass. I feel it crack below me, and I know I run the risk of falling far. I'm able to lasso a nearby statue of the general, and I swing. I'm light, so I don't break the bond. It is crucial that I lower myself slowly from the rope, but it isn't long enough. You think about a lot of things when you're free-falling, including the fact that you must stop the test from happening. I grab onto a passing transport tank and roll into the ground, covering my head to avoid impact. I run. The outdoor climate is highly unstable without any regulations, and it is highly recommended to stay indoors. It can get dangerously hot or so windy it's impossible to move. There are myths that Celiogard controls their environment perfectly, so it's always 72 degrees and partly sunny, but that may just be propaganda. Today, the torrential rain is what's causing the problem. Despite that my suit is fairly waterproof, making it across the Institute's campus is going to be a nightmare. I begin to run. I run and run, the rain impeding my progress. 5 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1. I burst through the doors of the terminal building, my watch blaring with an evacuation alert. I'm not heading for the bunker, though. I'm heading for the terminal. 30 seconds. I began to fumble with the switches at the terminal, still blinded by the water running through my hair. I can't find a means of deactivation. 20 seconds. 15. Then I find it. A green switch with the letters terminate operation. 12, 11, 10. I reach for the switch, fighting the mess of wires that are protruding from the terminal. 9, 8, 7. I can feel the switch. 6, 5, 4. It won't budge. 3, 2. I push all of my weight against the terminal, against the switch. 1. Silence. My watch stops. Then the message flashes up on the overhead screen. Operation Annihilate has been canceled. 1,000 missiles detected, coming from Celiogard's terminal. I whisper, conglomerate, and speak, General, call the president. Tell him there's been a mistake.